Well, hello, welcome back to my calculus class. This has been an interesting set of weeks for you guys, I'm sure. Um, I'm new to this whole video lesson thing, so bear with me. But if there are comments that you have or things that you suggest that I can do this a little bit better, certainly let me know. But I guess my plan for today is I don't have a whole lot of mathematics to teach you guys, but I do have some information to share with you. Um, and then we'll get back into calculus a little bit later on. Um, my first note is I don't know how up to date you guys have kept with stuff like this or if it has meant a whole lot to you, but there were some significant changes made to the AP curriculum because of all the stuff that's going on. And so if you look at what we have left to do this year compared to what we had left to do before this whole thing happened, it boils down to we really only have two more topics to go. Power Series, which is something that we should be able to take a look at later this week. And then Taylor Series is it. There's a whole chapter on parametric equations and polars that is usually part of the AP curriculum, and it is not this year. So um, I guess my modified tentative plan for the rest of the year is that we will go through Power Series and Taylor Series in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll get ready for the AP test. And then after the AP test, when I usually go through some multivariable calculus, instead of doing that, we'll probably go back and take a look at polars and vectors and parametric equations, because I suspect that that stuff will still be part of Calc 2 curriculums. And so I don't know. I guess that's my plan for right now. We'll see how things change as we move forward. As far as this class goes, I've mentioned this a little bit already. We just have to get ready for the AP Calc test. I haven't seen a change in schedule, although I have filled out some surveys. They've asked about when we want the calculus test to be, um, ranging from when it was supposed to be on May 5th all the way to middle of June, which my 2 cents on this for everybody has been I'd like to see it delayed a little bit, but I also don't want you guys to be taking the AP test halfway through summer. So when I know anything about that, I will certainly let you all know that as well. Um, as far as where we are in this class, I have a pile of quizzes sitting on my desk right now that I made because I was anticipating when I saw you guys again, I suppose 2 weeks ago, you were going to have a quiz, and that was the next thing that we were going to do. And so this is not a pop quiz or anything like that, but we do need to get that taken care of. We will have a quiz covering what we've been doing so far. But I think we'll probably just do that later this week. I've got it ready to go. It has been converted over into a Schoology test or Schoology quiz. Um, and I'm thinking probably Thursday or Friday for that, maybe even leaning Friday for that quiz, just to give us time to get back into it and figure out what's going on. Um, and then at the end of this chapter, we'll have a free response test. My plan for that is to just have 45 minutes, 3 free response questions that are typical AP questions from this chapter. And then after that, we're done with this chapter and we're done with the content before the AP test. And so from there on out, we'll be reviewing for the AP test, and that will be it. Um, the free response questions make terrible multiple choice questions, so we won't be doing it in that format. I'm not sure exactly what the format's going to look like, but that is what's coming. As for the actual AP test, um, last I've seen of this, you are going to have in your house a 45-minute AP test. So it's been shortened from 3 hours and 45 minutes to just 0 hours and 45 minutes. And my understanding is that they have eliminated the multiple choice questions. And so it will be completely a um, free response question format, which I'm not really excited about that, but that sounds like that's the way it's going to be. Um, the last thing I want to mention in this video is that I encourage you, in fact, I'm going to require in a few minutes that you take a look at the tools that are available to you on AP Central. I know we took a look at these a little bit earlier this year, and I would say mixed reviews, except I don't know if I heard anyone with really good stuff to say about it. So we're going to have to take a look at it, revisit it. There are some good resources there. Um, I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but last week, last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they had some live videos. Which when I first saw this, I thought my first thought was that I would get you guys to do that and come check them out. But then the topics that these three videos were covering were all things that are not going to be on the AP test, and they are things that we haven't seen at all in this class. So that didn't seem like a good idea. But maybe in the future they'll have some things that are better and more useful for us. Aside from that, the AP classroom materials, they're they've got checkpoints, mini quizzes, stuff that we did take a look at earlier this year. Um, which brings me to your quote assignment for tomorrow. I made it available quite a few weeks ago. I'd say that probably 2 weeks ago that I put this up there, suggesting that you guys check out the progress check, um, multiple choice questions. I believe there's like 12 to 15 questions or something like that, and I would like to go through them pretty thoroughly with you guys tomorrow. But in order for that to be useful, I need you guys to take a look at them and try them out and see the types of questions. Last time I checked, there were just a couple of you who had actually gone in and checked it out and tried some of the problems. I don't know if anybody got all the way done. So if you haven't checked it out, please check that out. If you have checked it out already, revisit it please before tomorrow. And we will take a look at those multiple choice questions, and then we will actually move on to the penultimate topic before the AP test, power series. So I'll actually have some notes that look like my usual notes for you tomorrow. Um, and at that point, we'll figure out what's going on. In the meantime, check out the free response questions on AP Central in the AP Classroom, and then also don't forget to sign in on the attendance. I've got a quiz set up. It's a simple one question. I don't even remember what the question is. It's been so long since I put it up. But just basically the school's way of making sure that you guys are checking in at least once a day for all of your classes. So check that out on Schoology, and we will move forward from there. I'll virtually see you all tomorrow.